telling fucking dumbass Trump, because they know he's been putting his dick in babies and eating them and shit, said, if you don't bomb Iran, you motherfucker, we're going to release all of it. You do what you fucking told to do. You don't bomb Iran. But Iran also hacked the Justice Department, and they got the shit. They said, if you bomb us, motherfucker, we're going to release them. So they got the Jews telling them they're going to release them if you don't bomb them. You got the Iranian motherfucker said, if you bomb us, we're going to release all the other shit. The shit that you motherfuckers have been doing. Eating babies, sucking each other's dicks, and all this other crazy shit you've been doing. So. It's just crap. It's right. Crazy.
But yeah, Caribbean Fan family, we're live literally already. It's exactly 30 minutes.
Oh shit, I didn't know you were live. Damn.
Yeah, I just hit that live button because just to continue and pick it up from there. Karibuni sana to everyone who's with us on YouTube, on BitChute, to those who are with us also on the radio station, Spreaker, Spotify, whatever platform you're catching me live from. I hope your week has been fantastic. Wishing you a beautiful weekend as we get into it. But welcome to another episode of the Pan-African Bliss. My name is Joby, and today we're going to be talking about the world needing Africans' resources, but not the people, literally. Not anywhere where they live, not anywhere where, even in the continent itself, they come and try to take over territories, lands, and claiming to be the original people. Like I've seen a video that has been, literally I'd say it has been online, of this white guy who says that South Africa was never of black people. That
of course, that's the crazy shit. That's the crazy psychopathic shit they want to tell you so they can claim your land. That's how they did. South Africa was empty when we got here in Africa. Yeah, it was empty.
It's lies. But before we get into that, a quick reminder, kindly get yourself the organic supplements we have on our page, and you can get literally them through the app, and you can get the app on the Google Play Store. If you are an Android device user, we are on the Google Play Store. For the iPhone laptop users, literally use our website link, www.blackwatfirenetwork.com, or rather, in case you have Amazon Roku TV, you can listen to us via the radio segment, rather on the TV segment. Currently, our TV is not up, but you can hear us via the TV.
By the radio. If you want the TV back on, I need money, guys. Hit that cash app. People don't forget how expensive Black Eye Fire is to run. It is expensive, guys. TV things got to be paid every month. Our internet just to have our. You know how much our website costs, guys? Do you have any idea? A little bit over $2,000 a year. Okay? Then you're talking about everything on it. The damn TV is about $100 a month. So, so that'd be covering all that. Everybody's paychecks, everything. So it's not cheap. And not even just that, and then also the rent, the lights. Black Eye Fire is not cheap to run, guys. So sometimes you run into snafus, and I need some help. So if anybody's got $100 on your cash app, send it. I need it. I'm not too proud to beg. Top of Dolly. I'm in a bigger stand. So top of Dolly.
We need your money. But yes, before we get into that, get yourself some brain and focus formula. Apart from that, we have other more beautiful, amazing organic supplements, multivitamin, ashwagandha, beetroot, sea moss. We have skincare products on the like of ashwagandha, not ashwagandha, but aloe cucumber soap, and literally the shea butter as well. And in case you have any questions or difficulties you might be facing before or after purchasing the products, you can email us at kcnewsam15@gmail.com. But for now,
unlock your full potential with Brain and Focus, a powerful supplement designed to boost mental clarity, enhance memory, and sharpen concentration. Made from a blend of scientifically proven ingredients like ginkgo biloba, omega-3, and essential vitamins, Brain and Focus is crafted to fuel your mind. Our process ensures maximum potency and effectiveness, delivering the perfect balance of brain-boosting nutrients. Take just one capsule daily, as prescribed by your healthcare provider, and feel the difference. Whether it's powering through your workday or staying sharp in life's challenges, Brain and Focus keeps you at the top of your game. Stay sharp, Stay focused and stay ahead with Brain and Focus. Brain and Focus, fuel your mind, achieve more. Go get this product at blackhotfirenetwork.com at the sports and nutrition store.
Yes, and I think we're going to start with what is happening in Cuba. Didn't have any updates about this. I remember the last time personally I talked about Cuba is when we had our Kenyan government taking our Kenyan doctors from here to there and bringing the Cuban doctors.
They ain't there now.
And having them underpaid and having the Cuban doctors in Kenya being overpaid.
Yep. But I hope the Kenyan doctors ain't in Cuba now.
I think they're still there. I don't think.
No. But no one's doing any doctoring today in Kenya. I mean, in Cuba, because the lights off. There's no water. So imagine you got no water, no food, no lights, and America's destroying it because it's collapsing it so you can control it. So this is white people being white people again. They're losing. The countries are starting to fall. They say, forget it. We're going to go take countries down. Forget that shit. So Russia tried to send some aid, and America said, no, you won't. So they stopped the Russian ship. The American military board, the Russian vessels, say, you won't be sending no aid here. Okay? Let the goofy Africans believe you're real power. We're telling you, you won't be sending no aid to Cuba at all. And that's what's happening. I know. It's evil.
So literally, I'm saying that the Kenyan doctors, they're still there. So if they're still there,
wow.
Because they're saying based on the recent reports, the specific 2017-18 exchange program that sent 50 Kenyan doctors to Cuba for training has concluded that those doctors have returned to Kenya. However, as June of 2025, they still are active. Update health cooperation between Kenya and Cuba, while reports indicate that 12 Kenyan doctors are currently in Cuba for a specialized training. So literally they are there. They went there. That was
we're only 12 now, so good. So good luck to you. Better get your ass out of there. Ain't no flights.
Rubbish on the streets, bikes to get around. Power only by torchlight.
No power.
This
Exactly.
the state of Cuba, desperately running out of oil supplies
oil
because it's
gone.
reliant on Venezuela for fuel, and the US blocking imports of oil from there threatens to grind this island to a halt. The problem is everywhere to be seen in Havana, and this now a threat to public health. No fuel for the rubbish trucks.
No fuel, no water.
Now it's serious, critical, very critical. It's prone to causing diseases which are caused by garbage.
That's what I said. I said this because I said it's going to lead to disease. So the Americans breaking Cuba's back. So no one's going to help you. There's no country. There's no China. Remember, Cuba's mixed with China and Russia. There's no country out here. This America telling you China can't help you and Russia can't help you. We're going to break your back. And this is evil. This is evil. This is going to cause mass disease, guys. No food, no water, no electricity. It's going to cause diseases, and it's going to be crazy. This is evil. And who can stop America? Nobody. Go ahead, Joby. Where's the fake you? Where's the fake UN at?
Hospitals causing blackouts for much of the day.
I got all day now.
1950s cars.
It's not much today. It's all day now. See, this is how old this is. There's no lights on at all. No more. At all. Okay, now today, there's no lights on nowhere. You're by candlelight. You know, I might take that candle I used on somebody when I was a kid. No candles. I mean, you got candles, all you got.
Only way to get around in a country being choked off from its supplies. Life in Cuba has become almost unrecognizable for the Caribbean island, which usually attracts millions of tourists a year.
I used to drive in El Medron, and I worked every day, but because of the gasoline and oil situation, we've had to take this alternative, find a tricycle to keep moving the population. There's no other way.
Cuba's communist ideology has put it at odds with the world's biggest superpower for years. It's now stuck between accepting White House demands or facing a crisis that could snowball into catastrophe for citizens. Trump says it needs to make a deal or face the consequences, seeing a potential chance for a Cuban government to fall.
What he said, white people will be in control of this country. If you don't do it, we're breaking your back. That's the deal. You'll be in control of it, and we'll run and own everything, and you'll be the slaves. That's the deal. You don't do it, we'll throw you in the disease and in the dark. That's your deal. See, that's what they're doing now. It's this open, stepped and still. That's who they are, always been. So now they're being open about it again. You don't let us run the country. You don't give us the best beaches, the best everything. We'll destroy your ass. And that's the deal. Take it or leave it.
And they don't even have jet fuel to get for airplanes.
There's no more airplanes getting out of it. So Kenyans, you're not leaving. Exactly. You're going to be in that poverty-stricken area. Nobody. This is some wicked shit.
Cuba has fallen.
Go ahead.
That's the news that I am delivering to you today. It has been 15. Yep. Cuba has fallen. That's the news that I am delivering to you today. It has been 15 days since the blockade.
That's why it's not on the news, because they don't want you to know the evil that they're doing. It's not on the news, though. This is evil. This is evil.
Where all oil for the oil-dependent nation has been blocked. And though the Cuban government has tried to ration that as long as they can, the fact is they've just timed out. They've ran out of oil. So what we're watching right now is a complete collapse of the Cuban national energy grid. There are pockets of generated power for military bases and bunkers, compounds like that don't help the people. For 95% of the population, over 11 million people are now without power, and that power is not coming back on. Our focus on this series has really been to highlight what's going on for the Cuban people as themselves, not just the melodrama that's playing between the Cuban government and the American administration. And over the past 15 days, the Cuban people have been living through what is essentially an apocalyptic scenario, but only kind of on the precipice. As of today, it goes full-blown apocalyptic in Cuba. We're no longer tracking blackout hours. We're now going to start tracking the survival metrics, water access, food spoilage, and of course, cholera outbreaks. This, of course, is because with the massive energy grid failing, sewage system sanitation processes have also shut down. So all throughout the country, there is sewage overflowing on the streets.
There's going to be doodle everywhere.
That disease is essentially spreading with no available clean water to 90% of the population right now. That means that the only sources of water that they have, especially without the ability to purify that water or boil it, what you're going to see is massive waves of disease hit over the next couple weeks, because these take time to incubate. It's going to run through the population of 11 million people in a country 90 miles south of Florida. Now, there was an announcement by the Russians 2 days ago that they were going to be sending humanitarian aid in the form of fuel to Cuba, but yesterday, Russian state-flagged tanker Academic Passion, declaring its cargo humanitarian fuel was actually stopped 12 miles outside of Cuba.
It was stopped by the American military. Say, Russia, you want to fuck around? The goofy Africans believe you can fight us. We know you can't. So this fuel's not going to Cuba. You better turn the boat around, we'll sink the motherfucker. Okay? We're the big dogs on the block in the world, not you. This is Sonia. So that boat was stopped. Ain't shit going there. Who's going to stop it? Goofy China? Tell China to come get this work too. Go ahead, Joby.
U.S. forces. So as far as anyone breaking the blockade, it looks like there is a kinetic stalemate that's happening right now. But what does that tell the Cuban people is that there's no help coming. There's no oil coming. But China yesterday,
remember, Cuba is an ally of China and Russia. You seeing? I told you, you can't depend on no China. I've been trying to teach you that. Can't depend on no China, no Russia against no fucking America. I've been in the military. Don't tell me about no fucking Russians and Chinese. Okay? Don't tell me none of that goofy shit. Push comes to shove, there's no military stronger than the American military still on this planet. That's just a fact. So that's what they're being unbridled about now. Just say, yeah, who's gonna stop us? We're gonna destroy this country, have them living in doo-doo, filth, starving, because we're gonna take control of it. We're gonna steal it. And who's gonna stop us from stealing the country? Go ahead, Joe.
We have a massive fire in the most important oil refinery in Havana. Even if oil did come in at this point, say a negotiation was made between the Trump administration and the Castro government in Cuba, the fact is there'd be no way to process any kind of oil.
Yeah.
So there's nothing that the people of Cuba can do right now. They've been reliant on a failing infrastructure for too long. And now that it's shut down and the only way to process oil for fuel, at least the fuel that people use, there's no way out of this. There's no way out of this. A state-run internet and cell service has essentially gone down. The only way of having any kind of communication in Cuba right now is through amateur ham radio operators and whoever was able to smuggle in satellite phones before the blockade actually happened. Now, the U.S. victory of enforcing this blockade has really come at a massive diplomatic cost at a time where diplomatic tensions across the world right now are incredibly fractured. The only support from another nation that the U.S. has had on its actions in Cuba has been Israel.
I knew it.
And with Cuba looking like it's going to be America's Gaza in the Western Hemisphere, I doubt there's going to be any support coming from anyone else. The UK has been silent.
There's nobody strong enough to stop it. Israel wants it done too because Israel controls America through the Rothschilds. Okay, so there's no country on the planet strong enough to stop it. This is evil. It's evil. You got babies and doo-doo and shit and piss. Can't eat, filth, no lights. This is to break the back and say, listen here, you want the government gone? White people will rule this place, and racism is back. Remember, Cuba had its revolution because of racism. Because indigenous, the African slaves and indigenous people were ruled by white people. That's what caused the revolution back in the 50s. Now this them saying we're gonna. That's why you got the Cubans, the white Cubans, living where? In South Florida. When you go to South Florida, it's racist. Those are the white Cubans who ran over to here when Cuba had the revolution. Because the white Cubans who were running Cuba lost their land and they lost their slaves, their black people. So this is why people say, yeah, we're gonna go back, and you niggas on the island, you'll be slaves again. You get it? It's the jobs you're gonna have. This is what this is about. Go ahead, Joe.
But France and Spain have issued statements stating their grave concern. But the UN Security Council meeting is calling to condemn the U.S. actions because it's leading to a mass starvation of people. Now, be assured that if that's what this leads to, which it most assuredly will at this point, because even if you bring in food, there's no way to cook it. Even if you bring in oil, there's no way to process it.
Nope, they destroyed all that.
And this would be the largest humanitarian crisis that is now happening here in living history on the Western Hemisphere.
Of course.
And it's caused by the American government, the American military, and the Western alliance is completely fracturing over the morality of this siege. So to summarize this all kind of on day 15,
white people being white people. That's why I said, you better start building real militaries in Africa, morons. They tell you now, we're coming to get all of it. And fuck the UN, fuck all that shit about, we're not going to want to get it. We're going to come steal shit. You heard Marco Rubio say a week ago, America needs to recolonize Africa and the rest of the world to do what they're told to do, and not steal all their shit. You know what I'm saying? That? That's in them. They said that openly. We need to go back and steal all people's shit. Who can stop us from doing it? If you can't stop us, then you get your ass under us. Do what you're told to do. Those evil, wicked shit.
Energy grid is down. The island of Cuba has gone dark. The escape routes are closed, and the superpowers are in a kinetic standoff at sea. This is not a good place for Cuban people to be. And there is essentially nothing going on American mainstream media when it comes to coverage of this.
They're not going to show us. They're not going to show white man because it's evil. It's evil. They're not going to show themselves being evil. It's the most wickedest, evilest shit. Not all white people bad. Okay, shut the fuck up.
That is so crazy, very diabolic. Again, it goes back to the question, who does America think they are? But I think they've already proven themselves already who they are, and there's nothing that can happen to them. Literally, they can just do anything they want.
Not without power. There's no justice, Joby, without power. So Cuba is not getting any justice because it has no power, Joby.
That is so true. But anyway, we're going to discuss much more on that tonight on the Africa Today show, of course. But as we start with maybe other news and updates of what is happening, we had an 85-year-old Swiss national who was arrested literally in Kenya, that is in Watamu, Mombasa, for defiling a 15-year-old minor. This is literally just days after. So
this is no, Kenya trying to say, Kenya, you're known for this. You're known for creepy white people coming to Africa and raping black women and black boys. You finally gonna stop it because everybody said, y'all at least said something. You finally gonna start saying some shit? You gonna take the white man's dick out your mouth? Go ahead, Joe.
It's crazy. So he was arrested, and I don't know if he's going to be deported because most of these, again, cases, just like
deported. Why would he be deported instead of locked up and thrown in the jail? The crime is committed in Kenya. He doesn't have to be deported. He's to be tried in Kenya and thrown in prison in Kenya.
Which white man have we seen being tried in any African country despite
none? Because I just told you exactly. Because the power. Because gotta get the white man's penis out your mouth.
That's true, but that's why even use deported because I think those are the consequences they get. They are deported, not even from Kenya.
I get to get deported for now raping black children. See, I told you, African men, you get no respect nowhere. You're cowardly. Can't let people come rape your babies and don't do nothing about it. We're going to deport somebody. What? He raped your child. Talking about.
Nothing is going to happen. But we also have literally 651 arrested. People were arrested, including also Kenya. I don't know in Kenya how many they were, but there were also a bunch of them. This is because of scamming. There's actually a crackdown on online scamming. We know Nigeria actually are the most one for this. But if you discuss about it, actually because of lack of job opportunities again. So many youths literally turn into this. They call them opportunities, turn into these opportunities because they are easily accessible rather than you going to government office, you knocking and you being questioned, which tribe are you first? Not even which papers do you have, where is your CV, which tribe are you? Oh, I can see you're this, and maybe that literally disqualifies you from getting a job in that kind of a company. But yes, the same thing across 16 countries, African countries, have arrested more than 650 suspected cyber criminals and are recovered over $4.3 million in a major international crackdown on online scamming. The operation led by the Interpol and known as the Operation Red Card 2 ran from December 2025 to the end of January 2026, and it targeted criminals' networks behind online investments, fraud, mobile money scams, and fake loan application that have affected thousands of victims, both in Africa and beyond. Investigators say that the schemes are linked to more than $45 million in the global financial losses. And during the 8-week operation, authorities identified at least 1,247 victims and seized over 2,300 electoral devices used to carry out the scams. And more than 1,400 malicious websites, servers, and internet addresses were also shut down. Personally, I don't know if they need to create jobs. That is literally what I can say. Stop arresting just people because they're trying to find opportunities for themselves.
Are you crazy? Stop arresting people for scamming people, stealing people money. Are you crazy?
Okay,
is it my fault? Is it my fault your country's fucked up? It ain't my fault. But hey, fight to fix your country. You ain't stealing my goddamn money. Say create opportunities. What? Lock your ass up. You ain't stealing my goddamn money because your country ain't figured out how to make a job. That's your fault. Don't petition your government or overthrow it. You don't get to steal my money because your country fucked up.
I am just taking back what the government is also taking away from me. Because
Well, how are you taking it back from me? I'm not the government. Don't steal the government money then. Shit.
You also steal from the government because the government is also stealing from you. The pattern continues, you know. But
you ain't stealing my money. Call me the government. I ain't the government. Government ain't gave me no damn money.
This is lack of job opportunities that as
well, there you go. There you go, Africa. Go. How about you guys create some jobs instead of scamming? You know, there's a Japanese guy online telling the truth about Africa. So you guys tell us you work hard. You flee your country. Why don't you work hard in your country, fixing it and developing? This is what the Japanese saying to you Africans trying to come to Japan. Say, we don't need you here. We don't want you here. Go back to your country. Don't keep talking about, you found a TikTok video. Go back to your country and fix it. See, that's what I told you Africans Americans. You can't come with that you work hard shit because your countries are fucked up. Go work hard and fix your country. Do that. Don't tell me how hard you work. The Japanese guy said, don't tell me how hard you work. We don't need your hard work. We built the Japan. You didn't build it. Don't build your own shit. Then scream about how great, how hard you work.
You build it with our resources, God damn it. You build it with our resources. How about that?
So what?
Africa too, okay? That is how it should be. Again, like you said, like you keep on saying, it goes back to power. If we had again true institutions that are working and true power, this is again where we also step in. You don't want us there. You don't want to see us in your country. Don't come to our continent as well. You want our resources. That's
what you had to do. But so what you said was common sense. You said match energy for energy. The African man don't do that. African man's a coward. He's not telling the Japanese, don't come to Africa. He's not telling the Chinese, don't come to Africa. Exactly. Why is he not doing that? They tell him, why they tell you don't bring your ass to Japan? We don't want you here.
I'm coming to Japan. I am coming because you've been taking this from me. Anyway, you don't want to see me, I'm coming. You better do something about it because I'm coming. You better do something.
I ain't stole your resource. Your dumb ass Peters gave it to me.
That's none of my problem. That's none of my business. That was discussion between your government and my government. I am here as a tourist, and that is enough. So you swallow it or shove it off your ass. That is what you need to do, literally. Period. But as we continue, we also have, because if it's not scamming, it's Africans. Yesterday we were discussing about again the same similar cases of Africans being disrespected outside the continent, and we are literally focusing on Saudi Arabia. Still, how African women are being misused over there, being told to do some crazy stuff, just in the name of getting money. And when you want to come back home again, your passport is not there. You're gonna end up coming back as a corpse, literally, if you also act stubborn or act clever. So you better follow the rules. Let them use you, let you, breastfeed the dogs and all that, but not you owning your and trying to claim you want to come back home. They're talking about over 100,000, that is 1,000 Kenyans who are currently fighting. That is the number of current total number collected of the Kenyans working in Russia. We've seen videos of people, African men to be specific, how they are being abused by the Russian men, dying on the front line and all that. Again, what is the cause of this? We discussed this, I think, 2 weeks ago. Literally, it goes back again to non-working institutions. It goes back to lack of job opportunities. It goes back to tribalism, lack of unity. Again, I'd say also as Africans, because I always say there are people who have experienced being outside Africa, and the saddest thing that they do, or the worst thing they do, is when they come back here, they keep quiet. They'll be like, now you go there. You go. someone educating you, someone educating you and trying to save your ass. They want you to go suffer the same way they suffered, so that you can come back dead in the name of you go experience. Why don't you educate your people? Tell them, hey, we've been lied to by the system.
Okay, Joby.
No?
Does that work? Does that work to go tell people? You say,
I
hey,
believe
don't
that
go. It's dangerous.
I
Let me
believe
say,
I believe it should work. That's what I'm saying. Personally, I've not seen
you
people
you
on
won't, you won't let me get it out.
okay, go on, go on.
You ain't let me ask the question.
Go
Okay,
on.
so I see people about to go to Russia or Saudi Arabia. They go. I say, guys, don't go. It's dangerous. They don't like you. But they say we get money. We gonna get a job. But there's no jobs here in Kenya. Yes, but listen, you go there, those jobs are not there. They're not going to pay you because your country's too weak. Kenya's too weak of a country to actually support you and back you up when they mistreat you over there. You're just trying to stop us. You're trying to stop us from getting money.
I believe so. What we should have done personally, if let's say I've gone there and had my own experiences, and I've seen the mainstream media to be specific, as
Right.
as much as they've shed light on this situation, it's still not supported at the way we wish people or the victims who have suffered or people who have died there, their families getting justice. That being followed correctly. The mainstream media literally just covers the beat, and then we have the dumbass government or the people working in this system. They're gonna come now even back the situation with more crazy words instead of supporting the victims, saying that we're taking our backwards behavior there. So personally, what I do as Joby, let's say this happened like long time ago, and it's
All
been
right.
incidents that have been happening even before me going there. And maybe again, me being an African and being in the hope mentality, I still went and wanted to experience the same way my neighbor told me, you go experience. I can't tell you that shit. But I come back, let's say I get the opportunity, I come back home safe, despite the torture and everything. What I'm gonna do is open a platform, okay? Whether YouTube or whatever, it has to be a platform, if possible, like Black on Fire, where they can't literally come for what is mine. And ensure I share information. I bring victims who have also gone through the same situation, because there are many people who are actually going through these traumas, who are dying actually with this trauma because of what they experienced, because there's no counseling after you come back. There's you're not given that space to talk or share your information to save other people. So I'll use
That's a
my
good idea.
platform. Yeah, use my platform, talk about my problem first, then invite victims who have also gone through the same problem, and all of us collectively, I believe, this is going to be
That's a
like
good idea.
these are victims. So if you go there, you've already been warned. It's not like you don't know there's a platform that keeps on talking about this. But the
True.
fact that you want to keep on depending on the government to help you, the mainstream media to come and follow up your story, please forget about it. We continue being on the same cycle of, you are 10 years old, you are raped, and then you are raped again. They come ask you, oh, you were raped last time, so how was it? And then again, you were raped last time, so how was it? That's what the mainstream media literally does to you. They can't keep on collecting information about you, but they don't bring solutions to the community or to the society. So the only way I can bring a solution is using my voice, and then gather the voice of others, and let's spread the information. Right now we have platforms like TikTok, which videos can go viral very quickly. And by sharing, people love stories, especially on TikTok. I've seen people literally love listening to stories. Someone would be watching a
They
video
do.
for 10 minutes just trying to get the information that is being told on that particular video. We'll share these videos literally in bits of every victim talking about it, but from my platform, not from BBC, not from CNN, not from Al Jazeera, none, from my platform. Literally, and that I believe should create enough awareness. Now, if you go there, or if you bump into these videos and you still act
That's true.
stupid, then that's you being an ignorant person. That's literally what I'm saying. Rasha to Pharaoh, I see you. You're back again. I do believe you're enjoying this. Clean. Shout to you. I'm saying he's back again, literally. See, he's saying, see, they always flee. We're not always fleeing. It's there's before you actually attack the problem, look at the root cause of the problem. That is something you need to understand also as a listener, or if you're trying to get information for Pharaoh or Pharaoh from Egypt. I bet. Are you from Egypt? I bet you're not. Yeah, so you need to understand the root cause of problems, because as much as sometimes, yes, we've seen people will go these places blindly, not trying to think about the consequences of what other people have talked about. Again, globally, I believe even right now, this is not even anything to do with Africa. Most of the people are living under hope. The hope of not wanting to lose your job, the hope of not, you've been able to cover your bills, being able to take care of your family, still take care of yourself. Everyone is literally in that situation because the system globally is literally shaky. Literally, things are getting expensive and all that. So you can't come attack everyone, just because you feel like you're the only person who is facing that problem. Say, oh, why am I the only one facing this problem? Look at the cause of what is affecting you and look at how it's affecting others. That is how you solve problems or bring solutions to problems. Pharaoh, okay? But yes, they're saying more than 1,000 Kenyans have been recruited to fight from Russia in Ukraine, according to the Kenyan intelligence report, represented lawmakers and the National Intelligence Service are rogue state officials concluded
And
with human
you know the Kenyans didn't sign up to do no fighting for no Russia.
Of course they did. Of course they did not. They did not. But this is, of course, a deal between Ruto and the rest. They're saying that the National Intelligence Service and rogue states officials concluded with human trafficking syndicates to target former soldiers, police officers, and unemployed youth with promises of high salaries and bonuses. Kimani Ichung'wah, the leader of the majority in parliament, said that those recruited initially traveled through Turkey and the UAE, but routes later shifted to Uganda, South Africa, and the Democratic Republic of Congo as the airport surveillance was tightened. Several corrupt Kenyan officials and staff members were alleged to have participated in the
Of course
recruiting
they have.
at both the Russian embassy in Nairobi and the Kenyan embassy in Moscow. Now, we have one of the young guys who have seen actually I don't know how he ended up being recruited there, but he's one among the people, he was actually very young when he said this, that Ruto is a thief. And this is when Ruto actually went and grabbed a land in some parts of the school and literally turned it into a hotel. So he's one among the recruited and he has been confirmed dead this particular morning. So, and many more. Most of the family members don't even know where their sons are. There's no communication. You can't follow up. If you follow up, you're told these are government to government matter. Families are not supposed to be involved. What does that mean? It's crazy, man.
I
So
mean, when you know thing about means your government's criminal and they can't do shit because the Russians are saying, so what? We'll keep recruiting you morons and we keep putting you in front line, you'll keep dying. That's what that means, Joe.
talking about human trafficking, we were even talking about that still yesterday on the reaction time where Shmani was
Oh, I missed
confirming
it.
now street kids are disappearing now on the streets.
Wow.
There's numbers of corpses of street kids where currently she said that 9 were buried and they say that the cause of death is unknown or cannot be literally put on the, of course, or to the people. But now because Kenya has been actually ranked number 2 on human trafficking and organ, of course, trafficking and all that. Saying that because street kids, literally most of them don't have identification cards. Nobody knows them. They're abandoned people, right? So it's easy for them to be kidnapped.
Yeah, it's saying like it's saying that Kenya's lawlessness. The country so institutions don't work because the government is so corrupt, so fucked up. That's why that's why I told you. That's why you got the sex tourism on just out of control in Africa. Everybody knows why the white people there and Kenya on the coastline raping. Well, a lot of black women they ain't gotta rape them because they openly going with these white people. So it's really a sad case. So there's no institutions to stop it.
Mm-hmm. Literally, the same case, still under the case of unemployment. I want to share this video, and soon there's gonna be. Yesterday there was a crazy, I'd say a very huge border meeting because of what is currently happening with matters of insecurity, still leading to unemployment because unemployment leads to stealing. Majority of the people, if not scamming, again, which is stealing, is going to be going to these Arabic or whatever countries in the name of big salaries, and also in the countries themselves. Personally, I've been talking about how currently Kenyans have been taking matters into their own hands, banning thieves or any thief who's caught on any type of case. But the fact that right now we're going towards election, the youth, I'd say, especially the unemployed, majority are used to cause distractions. That includes vandalizing businesses and all that. But this is not clear if this is anything to do with campaign. But there's been videos of the boda young people who have been going on streets. Even yesterday when I was going home, my caretaker was warning me about being safe because I always get out of work late. They're saying that the boda people are killing people. This is by gun, by stabbing, because they're stealing as they run away. When it's easy to flee away with a bike than a car. So they have been literally causing insecurity in the country. So I want to share one of the videos of what took place yesterday. This was actually in Kileleshwa, one of the safest places in Nairobi, because Kileleshwa, Lavington, Kilimani are considered to be high-end places in Kenya. But the insecurity crisis have actually risen. First, the fact that Keith also has, or we have bikes, I'd say we are also would be the same people under the same line, because right now, if you don't have a license, you can't operate on that road. If you don't have a driving license, you are going to be arrested. The boda people actually, by yesterday, it was by 9, they were not anywhere in the streets, because the massive arrest that currently is happening is really, really crazy because of this incident. So they were going stealing literally from people who are walking in the streets of Kilele. Snatching coins, snatching handbags.
They're stealing for everyone.
Yep.
And throwing things on the road.
Hey bro, yeah,
There
mountains
is-
are being too patrols.
Stones everywhere.
Yeah, you got that.
Stealing is a thief.
It's really, really, really bad. Really, really bad. Personally, I'd say I've developed a tendency of taking a Uber instead of a bike, because the bike people, you don't know if you're dealing with a thief too, or a rapist. There's been many cases of also you getting carried by a bike person, especially as a lady. Then they flee away with you. Literally, Pharaoh says flee. So yeah, they flee away with you, and they take you to like really further destinations and places where there's no lights. And a similar case, I think Shmani was sharing on Monday. This lady was carried by a bike guy. She was going literally home, taking a bike, just, normally you're going home. And then after you've boarded the bike, literally this guy refuses to stop. He continues with this and is literally over speeding like crazy. Then she said where they stopped, it was like a bush. There were no lights. The guy removed a gun on her, and he told her to undress. And literally, I'd say the universe came through for her. Someone else with a bike came and saved her ass, because she was almost raped. But the guy had taken her phone, taken her handbag literally, and telling her to undress, so that she can't even call anyone. She can't call for help. And it's a very dark place. So crackdown in Kenya. If in case in the 25 point you're listening to this, be very, very careful, because the boda people have become like literally, I'd say, actually that has become the most unsafe means of transport to use right now. You can't rely on them. You can't rely on it, because you don't know who is a thief. You don't know who is legit. You don't know who has license. You don't know who doesn't have license. You don't know who is actually a drug dealer, who isn't. It's just super, super crazy. But as we continue away from that, we're going to talk about also what is happening in Malawi. In Malawi, we have the government which is facing questions after signing a U.S. mineral deal. I think this actually is a similar case to what happened in, what was this country, Kid Shad? One of the countries, the name is gone. But yeah, I think it's not Sierra. Is it Sierra Leone? think it was Sierra Leone, I'm not really sure, but one of the countries signed the same similar mineral deal. So they're saying Malawian officials are hailing a landmark mineral deal with the US-based firm that is tax-free North America to market graphite from Cassia Ratil Graphite Project in Lilongwe, widely considered as the world's largest natural rutile deposit, if I'm pronouncing it correctly. The US categorizes both the minerals as essential and they will be used for defense system, aerospace technology, and battery production. Analysis warned, however, that while the deal could boost Malawi's economy, a lack of specific details raises concern about transparency and the project's long-term national benefits. Of course, it should. Of course, it should. And I want to share some videos maybe from TikTok as you see what people had to say about it, because that's what even you can see even from the topic I'd say it's similar, where it's crazy how these people want Africa's it's crazy how these people want Africa's mineral resources, but they don't want Africans when it comes to, them or Africans going to their places. So let me see if there's a reaction from the Malawi people. Then we see what's happening. Just a minute. Okay, let me see.
Take your time.
US mining company Malawi. I'm mining rubies for 10 years.
Okay, so this is actually, I would say, a conversation that has been going on, because you can see Malawians are complaining, like they have been complaining about it.
So there's an update on our fellow African Malawians who were secretly recruited to the state of...
that one we talked about it. That was when they were recruited to go work in, I think still Russia, if I'm not wrong. But if I find the videos, I'm going to share them with you so we can...
I tried to tell you they would come for African men. I told you that was going to happen.
Let's see. I can't understand Malawian, God.
It's about Cuba in under 60 seconds. There are shortages.
Not yet. We're not going to talk about Cuba. But yeah, that is what is happening in Malawi. Literally, they have signed. So the problem, and I'd say maybe where the controversies have been, or why the questions have been brought up, is because there is no clear details about for how long this project is going to be running. And of course, Betra Malawi is not going to benefit in any sort of way economically. They love saying that this is going to boost the economy of this country, while literally we know the countries that are making the deal, if it's China, if it's America, if it's Russia, they benefit the biggest percentage, because again, we've not built any manufacturing, we don't have any companies literally to refine our very own resources. So how would we make it even economically beneficial to us, while we literally have to transport the whole raw thing to another country, and then they give us breadcrumbs, because the deal is going to be like, hey, I brought you all the machines. You don't even have machines to literally do this all work. Yes, your people did the work, so what? But I still brought you the machines. I took the product. I went and cleansed it. So you want to tell me I should give you 50-50? There's no 50-50. You take 5%, I take 95%, literally. Or take 1% and I take 99%.
That's what they've been doing.
Africans barely benefit from these so-called deals or whatever. Still, other matters coming from South Africa. We have South Africans who are actually now raising awareness, not about the VSCCINE that was introduced, that was supposed to be vaccinated to the cows, but they're actually saying that the disease that is causing the cows to die is actually widely spreading. It's the same thing, I'd say, the way you are questioning what really caused this disease for animals to start now to need the vaccination. They're saying that the piece of flesh,
exactly.
rural landscape in South Africa, KwaZulu-Natal province disguises the anxiety that it's stalking the land. This is an epic center of a foot and mouth disease outbreak that has in the past year swept across 8 of the country's 9 provinces, devastating animal herds with many cattle being killed to halt its spread. Farmers are fearful that they could lose their livelihoods altogether, and other countries to take actions and stop the import of South Africa animal products. The highly contagious virus passed through direct animal contact or is in contaminated feed or water, causes painful blisters and inside the mouth and under the hoovers of the animals such as goats, cows, and sheep, and can lead to lameness and problems feeding, which lowers their yield and also sometimes kills the younger animals, but it's not harmful to humans. The current situation in South Africa has now been declared a national disaster. Despite being relatively small part of the economy, agriculture is a key employer in the rural areas and in normal times provides vital foreign exchange through meat and livestock exports. Well, personally, I kind of think they could have sprayed something on there. If I try to think about it, how these cows could get this disease through feeding, they could have sprayed something on the grass, because I think there's a video I saw even recently. It was, I think, Israel, which sprayed some chemicals on, was it Iran? One of the countries.
Of course you
Food.
can. Of
Yes,
course. That's
they did that.
happens all the time.
So this could be maybe one of the reasons, and then which now, of course, is leading to the disease, which will call again for the same people causing the problem, the Hegelian dialect
The
again.
Galen dialect. That's right. That's right.
We can bring solutions to you, which is not going to be any solution,
That's,
but
yeah, that's right. That's right. Solution is these vaccines. That's right.
and the lie that they're telling you that it's not even effective to the humans. I believe actually that cow, once it dies, you shouldn't even consume it. Just
No,
feed
you
it to.
can't consume that shit. Yeah, it's effective. Whenever they tell you something's not effective, know that it is.
Yep, that is so true. That is so true. On this other end, we have more news coming from Madagascar, which has joined the Alliance Sahel state. Remember, we had a very amazing takeover
Shout out
of
to
the
them.
in Madagascar, and
Yeah, they had a revolution.
yeah, which led them to be
Not
removed.
not 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 a coup. Revolution.
They were removed from the AU. They were told they're going to be sanctioned. A lot of
So
things
what?
didn't happen when they did that, but this is what is happening.
Mr. President, thank you so much for inviting me to Russia. This invitation to come to the Russian Federation. Your country is a great country, and I hope that you will help us in this very difficult period for Madagascar because of the storms that you mentioned. So we are happy to be here. We would like to continue to develop our relations with the Russian Federation across all the areas that you mentioned: social sphere, healthcare, education, also the energy sector, hydrocarbons, infrastructure, and naturally in the military sphere.
See, this gives Russia's clout, but Russia can't really protect them if America comes at them. If they go to China and Russia, Russia can't protect these people. That's how much I had to tell you guys. That's why you get what you get from Russia. You take their technology and you reverse engineer, start building it yourself. But Russia can't protect you. You start developing your own real militaries to protect yourself because you have the manpower. The dirty little secret that everybody needs manpower. Who's got the most manpower anywhere? The youth on the planet, Africa. If you stop being cowards, yeah. That's why Russia's trying to get your men. Go ahead, Joe.
And open to working with you. We're open for cooperation, for partnership. We're ready to enter a new stage in our relations. For 55 years.
You gotta be careful what you're asking for: cooperation, partnership, and all that, and then have your men go dying there. Because again,
they know you. Well, they know you're stupid, Joby.
Again, like I've said this from the word go. Even when Ibrahim Traore was literally starting to work with Russia, I'm like, man, you gotta be careful because these people, I bet,
you did say that. You did say that.
I was not sure what they really wanted in return, but now it's evidently showing itself. The African men in reverse come fight our war.
Exactly.
Our country has been working with you, and right now.
So this makes sense because the fact that we know these people's population, of course, is declining, and
exactly
use Africans now to save themselves. It's crazy.
We are ready to continue to develop these new relations of partnership with Russia. Mr. President, I'd like to start by offering my condolences because of the weather situation which took the lives of the people in Madagascar. Are you receiving translation?
Exactly. How's Russia gonna protect you when Russia don't have enough men to fight its own wars? Huh? So figure this out. Go ahead, Joe.
It's not really bad to borrow help. I mean, from Russia. I mean, like you've said, we just need to know how to reverse engineer and let's pass information as quick as we can, because the other countries preparing themselves. You can see America already settled in Nigeria with its own military base. Come on, ready to attack the Alliance Sahel state. And bet they're not coming small. I bet they're coming in heavy in the name of, they're not training. Nigerians being trained to do what? Eat fufu or what? You know, what are they being trained to do? There is no training. I believe America is just playing. America is just playing mind games. America is just playing mind games with these African puppets. So we're gonna come here, set up our military base, and in exchange, of course, we have to attack the Alliance Sahel, but in exchange, we're gonna train your people. But these people are not being trained to do shit. I bet that they're not being trained.
No, because they've been trained. They've been trained to get their minerals out the ground and give it to America.
I believe in Trump's voice, I believe these people again gain pleasure in doing war themselves. So why would I use an African to go literally give me my own pleasure? You know, it's I don't know if it really makes sense, but that's how it feels for me. With you see how Trump literally, how he talks, how vicious he is. Like, you know, when he talks,
that's great.
It's like some pleasure he's getting from something.
270 people were wounded, over 40 people died. Russia has been providing humanitarian aid to your country to help you on the African continent.
What if I told you that Africa is changing? Not in whispers, but in shockwaves. What if I told you that another African nation is quietly stepping out of the shadow of France and walking straight?
Namibia. Where the hell is that Namibian lady? She just talked and disappeared. What the hell is she?
Into a new world of power,
alliances. Namibia wasn't. They say France. Namibia is not a French. Namibia is not a French colony. Namibia was colonized by the damn Germans.
Don't care. We want you to speak, to do the actions you say.
Well, okay, Joe. You know what she's doing? I want you to go look before you leave, because Airtime's not there today, right?
Yep.
Okay, she's not there, so we got time before you go. I want you to look up when she says she just announced it this week or last. I think it was here this week that she's taking all the land back from the Germans, from the white people there, and giving it back to the black people. I want you to look that up on TikTok since you said where she's at. So go look that up. And she's now told the white people that we're going to be taking our land back from you criminals, you Germans who came in during the Berlin conference and just came stealing and killing us, stealing all our land. And as you see, they own all the land, and all the black people impoverished and damn in Namibia. It's fucking crazy. So she's saying she's going to start taking the land back. But of course, they're going to come for her. But that's what she's saying.
She's going to start to, or she is already doing it. She just
announced it. Let's find her when you get done with that. Find her announcement and see what the timeline is, Joe.
We announced that last year.
Today, Madagascar did something that made Paris uncomfortable and made the world pay attention. The president of Madagascar arrived in Russia aboard a Russian plane, escorted by Sukhoi fighter jets. Not in silence, not in weakness, but in strength, in symbolism, in power. Across Africa, people are asking one question. Is Madagascar joining the new Africa Rising with Traore, the Sahel, and the BRICS vision? And if this is true, then we may be witnessing something historic. The slow, painful, but unstoppable end of Françafrique's Staiwit may, because what's happening right now could reshape Africa's future. For decades, Africa's story
that's why France said, but anybody that doesn't get down, they lay down. So France knows what's going on. See, France is, remember, all white countries are poor. They've always been poor, guys. Africa, without Africa, they're poor. The British colonies in Africa, they're poor. The French are poor. So France put out an edict through their security, said, hey, these African leaders don't play ball, you put a bullet in their head. That's been told. That's a fact. Go ahead, Joe.
Written in foreign capitals. In Paris, in Washington, in London,
exactly.
In Brussels. Our resources left the continent. Our decisions were influenced from outside.
When influenced, they were taken.
Or punished, depending on who they served. This system had a name. Françafrique, a network of control, influence, military bases.
It had a name.
Dominance.
Steal from Africa, keep Africans poor and stupid. That's the name. This name was keep African people poor, steal from them, make sure they're stupid and over religious, and that's the way it's supposed to be forever. But go ahead, Joe.
And political pressure, especially in Francophone Africa. But something has changed. In Malian, in Burkina Faso, and in Niger, we saw leaders stand up and say, enough. Captain Ibrahim Traore became a symbol of a new African mood.
Now this AI voice here is crazy. This AI voice here is crazy. Became no more. Microphone, Africa.
Silent obedience. No more selling the future for short-term comfort. And now, Madagascar is sending a message of its own.
Exactly. We've been that's a good term. We've been selling our future for short comfort, literally, of other people. Short,
not for the African people, for the puppets. They begin to come.
Crazy.
President of Madagascar arrives in Russia on a Russian aircraft, escorted.
Yeah, but literally that is what is happening. So with that update,
before you go, for that update right there, before you go, I would go to TikTok and say Namibian president is bound to take back land from the colonizers.
Let's see.
New woman president of Namibia is taking back the land from German settlers. On May 28th, Namibia held its first G-Side Remembrance Day. It commemorated when Germans came to the country.
Exactly. So Joby would know what she's doing. For Joby just throws that lady all the way under the bus. Go ahead.
And murdered over 100,000 indigenous people. This was considered the first G-Side of the 20th century. Similar to South Africa, Namibia has 8% white people in the country, yet they own 70% of the farmland. And they got that through cruelty and brutality. From 1884 to 1915, the Germans came in and wrecked shop, honey. When the indigenous tried to fight back, they created concentration camps. Seems like that's kind of a trend for them.
Same thing they did in Kenya. When Kenyans wanted to just get a land, the British created concentration camps, started killing Kenyans, shooting them in the head. And all that. That's why it's not told in their history books in Kenya. It created when Kenyans say, when white men say, hey, this land looks good. Hey, black people, give me your land. Black people say, nah, what are you talking about? This is our land for goddamn millions of years. So what? I'm white and I want your land. And Jesus said it's mine. We say Jesus. So when Kenyans said no, they put them in concentration camps.
Camps are considered Germans' first concentration camps. You know, before Auschwitz, and the German military executed those that didn't want to give up their land. In 2021, Germany finally admitted to what they did there. Germany promised that they would pay them $1.2 billion or $40 million for every year. However, Germany has not returned the looted land that they stole. So now the government of Namibia said they're taking it back. And the German settlers are not very happy with that. Looks like Africa is starting to set a trend. They want their land back. No matter if it's South Africa or Namibia, you don't belong there. So the new woman president of Namibia is taking back the land from German settlers. On May 28th, Namibia...
She needs to make it quick. That was on May 28th. She needs to make it a little bit quicker, God damn it. You need to put in action, not just talk, because the more you talk...
that's last year? That's last year? Oh, okay, that's over here. I thought it was this year. Okay.
Yeah, there's no...
My bad.
That was
my bad. It might be all right. Maybe there's some bullshit talk. Because you're right. You got to put the action in. What I knew put the action in was Robert Mugabe. When he said he's going to do it, he went and did it. And then white people went crazy around the world.
Exactly. Because the more you talk about it and you go, fold your arms or trying to steal.
You ain't doing nothing.
Figure out what to do. You better figure out as you do it, because white people are coming to see you still. So you better at least try to do something. And show your people it's possible. Even if something happens to me, it's possible. Let nobody lie to you. It's not possible. You already.
Of course, it's possible. It's your country, your land. Of course, it's possible. You just gotta have the political will, and you gotta get ready. It's like Joey said, they're coming to see you because they, unlike you, they don't play the tribe, but they know they white globally. They know So they don't play that. Oh, those are white people in Namibia. Those not my tribe. Nah, they don't do that. They'll say those are white people, and they're supposed to rule. They're supposed to have the land, not these niggas. And we stole it, and that's where it's supposed to stay. Stole it. That's what they believe.
Well, not for long, because again, and I hope not for long, for real. I hope our mindsets wake up very quicker for us to, take control and get into war before these people literally completely come here and get the same audacity of saying my great-great-grandparents who are here. How? Again, if Adam was white, how did I end up being black? Again.
Joey always came with that. Joey little kid sitting in school. Well, how did I become black? Common sense. Everybody's white. Common sense will tell you, or critical thinking. Well, they couldn't have been white. Yeah, because black is the original color.
It makes sense to me. How did that all hair just fall off? It just because that. And every time I could meet a man with maybe some hairy chest, I'm like, maybe you're the Homo sapien here. Like, why do you have some hairy chest here?
Well, you know why they got hairy chest? Because that's the animal genetics. Exactly right.
That's true. But anyway, they're talking about this is an article literally talking about how the rest of the world wants our resources, but they don't want us where they are.
Exactly.
Now, the fact that you don't want us where you are, we don't want you where we are. That should what Namibia should be telling literally those white Germans. That's what we should be telling the Israeli trying to settle here. We should be telling all these people trying to come and act like Africa is really a beautiful place to be. You've said Africa is a shithole. Why the hell do you want to come to a shithole? Let the people who are used to living in shitholes live in the shitholes. They are comfortable. Why you want to come now, get some space on my shithole? This is my shithole. It's crazy. But yes, they're saying
because that's where the best land at. And you people got all the minerals, and we want to steal your minerals. We don't care. We call that just to sow propaganda. But yeah, the whole thing is that not just we want your minerals and don't want your because we want Africa without the African. That's what happened that's what we tried to do in South Africa. That's what we did completely up there in North Africa, because that was black at one time. So we got that part of Africa without the African.
Crazy.
That's the whole thing. Yeah, it's crazy, but it's true.
Smoking some crack for real. But yeah, Africa supplies critical resources that power modern industries, from cobalt to lithium. Like we've seen, Malawi has made literally deals that literally it's not clearly indicated for how long they're going to be, giving graphite to.
Without Africa, the world doesn't work. Ain't funny. So why are African people poor? Because your leaders are morons. They're puppets. Because what doesn't work on the world? Asia wouldn't work. America wouldn't work. Europe wouldn't work without Africa. So why are you poor?
Exactly. Africa supplies critical resources that power modern industries, from cobalt to lithium, for electrical vehicles to gold, oil, and rare earth minerals that sustain global manufacturing. Yet, these materials move freely across borders. African people often face visa restrictions, migration barriers, and tightened immigration policies in the very countries that depend on the continent's wealth. The statement reflects deeper imbalance in global trade. Africa remains central to supply chains driving the green transition and digital economy, but value addition, advanced manufacturing, and high income opportunities are largely concentrated outside the continent. As debates intensifies over resources control, local benefictions, um, and fair trade agreements, the quote serves as a both of a warning and call for structure change in how Africa.
Yeah, because the wealth makes when you let's say that the wealth comes when you take those minerals and make shit out of it, manufacture. So if Africa takes its own minerals and then keeps them there, manufactures them, what does Europe and Asia do? They become poor because they don't have the minerals there to manufacture. So that's what they're trying to stop. So if Africa digs its own minerals up, controls that, and then manufactures its own minerals, what does Europe and Asia do? That's the question. Oh, they become poor.
Exactly. The pattern continues. But we're going to wrap it up right there, family. Thank you so much. Everyone has been with us. But I see Pharaoh, who was with us, says that they can't stand each other alone, always fleeing. That's what's up, man. I hope you can stand the people in New York. I hope you can stand the people in New York too. I hope so. You're comfortable as where you are. But I also says
he says he's in Queens. Okay, now we know you're Queens. But what part of Queens? Okay, now because people from New York don't say they from New York. That was the one thing we knew you were lying. People from because New York City's so fucking huge. It's so big. It's like 5 Nairobis. It's so fucking huge. They say what borough? They'll say Queens. You say you could. They'll say Brooklyn. They'll say the Bronx. They'll say Manhattan, Staten Island, Harlem. But then they'll say what part of Queens. So what part of Queens are you from? I'm giving you 5 seconds because you ain't go look it up on no Google. What part of Queens do you come from? I'm waiting.
You got 2 seconds, God damn it. And that is the Bronx where I can be from, literally.
He ain't never been to Queens in his life. What part of Queens you come from? I'm waiting.
I'm waiting. And I'm gonna Google to see where you live. God damn it!
Yeah, let's see. Yeah, you know exactly. We see if it's and I know Queens. I'll see if you're telling the truth because I know what populations. I know because if you put some shit with the Asians in, I say nah, that's an Asian area, Queens over there. Or that's you say not in Brooklyn. I say that's an Asian area, Brooklyn. So you say Queens, okay? Because I know there's a Jewish area, there's a black area. Sadly, most of the black areas are impoverished. Sad to say. Sad to say now. I still got family lives in New York City. They don't live in the city no more. They live out on Long Island. So they couldn't afford to live in the city. So but they actually lived out on Long Island all this time. That's where my mama's family's from. They're from upstate New York, further north. So, but I'm asking you, what part of Queens? I know you ain't from no Queens, man.
5 minutes over. God damn.
Yeah, you didn't say it. Took too long. That's right. We're about to wrap it up. Your Google search got fucked up.
So he says that they won't fight to instigate a revolution in Kenya, but they will fight for a Russian shameful. You can put
He said they fight for a Russian man.
you can't put everyone on the same bucket, okay? And don't be lied to just because you saw some Russian literally messing with our women that were not politically smart. You try us, okay? Come here. And you'll see how smart we are, literally. You come here, actually. You'll see. I'm not even going to deal with you. I'll let the sisters deal with you and the brothers, literally. I'm going to leave you to the streets. I'm not going to deal with you because it will be Kenyans are cannon fodder for Russia. God damn, please. Kenyans will be like this for thousands of years. That's why you want to. Wow, it's okay. Then I'm proud to be Kenyan. I don't know. I was thinking about you and I was like, maybe you are hurt by a Kenyan woman. You must be really beat up because maybe a Kenyan woman took away your money. Or did that Kenyan woman take away your money?
It could have happened. Let me see, because I know. Okay, I know. If it's in New York, I think New York has the second biggest population of Kenyan women. I know Maryland is first. I think New York, it might be a Kenyan woman. Look this up for me real quick, Joe. We say, does New York have the second highest level of Kenyans? I think so. I know Maryland is first. That's why I had my Kenyan girlfriends. I didn't know shit about Kenya. I thought I was like a county or some shit in Maryland.
Says no, New York does not have the highest number of Kenyans.
No, I said the second highest. The highest I know. Highest is in Maryland. I know that.
The second highest. Says based on the recent data that is of 2023 to 2025, New York does not have the second highest number of Kenyans in the US. While the New York City area has a significant long established community, it is not the top of the 2-3 states. Well,
okay. I would say number one is Maryland, right?
Says the key findings of Kenyan population is Texas, Minnesota, Washington State.
Yeah. Damn, they were over in Washington State. Damn, what? Washington State?
Generally ranked higher than New York in total, the Kenyan population.
Well, the highest one's in Maryland. So I know I know they're in California. I know they're in Texas. Like I said, I know there's a bunch of them in Dallas. Like a lot of Africans are in Texas now, like Houston or Dallas. Most of the Kenyans are in Dallas. Most of the Nigerians are down in Houston. So okay, but I would say we know they're in Minnesota next to the damn goofy Somalians. So they're over there with them. No, they're in Minnesota. But I ain't know about no Washington State. Now I wouldn't think it's more Kenyans in Washington State than New York State. I wouldn't think that. I don't believe that. But I know the number one. What you say, Joe?
No, go on.
I say the number one state is Maryland. Say is Maryland the number one state for Kenyans, like where Kenyans live? It's Maryland, which is the DMV, which is DC, which is the capital, and Virginia, but the DMV area. But I say Maryland. The DMV area has the biggest amount of Kenyans. That's where I met my Kenyan girlfriend when I was a teenager. Like, what? Where you from?
Say yes, Maryland has a significant population of Kenyans, particularly within the Baltimore area and
exactly. Baltimore and DC, Washington, but DC, not the state of Washington, but the capital city. There's two different things. You got a Washington State, that's way in the West Coast. You got a Washington City. Washington DC is the capital of the country. So so exactly. Like I said, that's when I first met my Kenyan girlfriend. I'm saying I'm from Kenya. I wasn't from Maryland. I thought you were talking about a county. I said, okay, you're from a county called Kenya. So what? But I can't. I know.
Pharaoh, you better keep quiet if you're not telling us where you live in New York. God damn it! He
don't live in no New York.
Where you live, god damn. But you know what your problem is, Gali? You talk too much. You won't fix Jack. That's my job. My job is to talk. God damn. This is my job. I use and that's why I'm reminding you of your Kenyan girlfriend, because my job is to talk. We talk, literally.
Don't be saying the Kenyan girl broke your heart, brother. It's okay. It's okay.
Oh yeah, took her money. He must be really mad about it. Don't stick your wrench through me. I was not the one, and if I am, you deserved it. Charles says, you think phone theft is bad in Kenya, you should see London. So actually, most of the ex-UK phones, I'd say iPhones that come in Kenya are from London because we call them ex-UKs. They're from the UK. So yeah, the theft there, you guys actually, the stabbing, the killing is crazy. Like it's the same as America. There's no difference. Not really the stealing, but the killing, the stabbing, the violence is just, the UK is just crazy with the violence. So Pharaoh says, struggling to read, aren't you? I have eyes problems, so yes, thank you for noticing that. I do. I am short-sighted. I gotta zoom the comments for me to see. So yes, I do struggle with that. But I also see John Mosquito says, I'm subscribed to that Ghanaian guy you just played, Joby. His name is Dr. Kwaku. Oh, okay. Didn't know about that. And Pharaoh says there.
What Ghanaian guy? I missed it. I must have when my phone went off.
I think from YouTube, the YouTube guy played. I think so. But I also see John Mosquito says, Pharaoh, do you know any other words apart from flee? You sound like a robot. Thank you. To Sister Michelle. If Putin called your ass, you'll run. Lol. Wow. Man, you got a serious problem, man. And I'm not the one. I'm not your problem. Someone really is your problem, but I'm not your problem. But I know that. Have yourselves a beautiful rest part of your morning, family. We're coming back this in a few with the Rhythm Scoop Show. You can tune in, Pharaoh, and still come back with your comments. We're gonna be the three of us, so come face the fire. If you're ready for it, come give us the fire. We're gonna be there conversating, amazing entertainment conversation. So come and tell us what you know about entertainment, maybe also in Kenya. Apart from fleeing, what else do you know? Family, have yourselves a beautiful morning. Peace, and I'm out.